Calaway Park, which is located just 4 kilometers outside of Calgary, Alberta, is one of 2 amusement parks found in the province of Alberta. And just like many other amusement parks across North America, it's had tons of different rides that have left the park over the years. So today we're going to be taking a look at some of these old attractions that used to be at Calaway Park and talk about why they were removed and what replaced them. So sit back and relax as we get started. Mindblaster. So the first ride we're talking about today was one of my favorite rides at the park, known as Mindblaster. And basically this ride, by looking at it, you can tell that it's supposed to be a traveling carnival ride. It is basically a scaled down version of an intimate half-pipe coaster. This specific ride design was made by a defunct company known as EOS from Italy. And from what I've seen, this specific ride design is one that's a little bit more rare and hard to find. But this ride design goes by various names like Mindblaster and Sweenup. The Mindblaster ride originally opened up at Calaway Park back in the early 2010s. It was located beside the Enterprise ride at the park known as Storm and is in the area of the park that I kind of consider the thrill section. And the ride stayed there until late 2019 when it was removed. It is unknown currently why exactly they removed this ride. It's not believed that's due to maintenance issues, as when they removed this ride they moved it into their parking lot and actually tried selling it online. And actually a little while ago when I was actually driving past Calaway Park, they still had this ride all packed up on a trailer in their parking lot. But for whatever reason why they removed this, immediately after they removed it, they began construction on a new ride that would take place in the spot that this ride was in. And that ride, of course, is known as Bumble Blast and is basically just a typical spinning coaster ride layout for little kids that has been featured at just so many amusement parks and is just such an overused ride design. Anyways, it was definitely sad to see the Mindblaster leave the park, but at least the new roller coaster that replaced it has creepy bumblebees on the front of the cars. Chaos. And now, of course, moving on to the next ride we're going to be talking about, we're going to take a look at Chaos. This ride also used to be another one of my favorites in the park. It just had such a unique ride that you couldn't get anywhere else. Just like the Mindblaster is another carnival style ride and basically had this big arm that lifted up and had this circular platform connected to it. And on the end of the platform was all these different cars that could freely flip around when the ride was going. It was just so fun, and if you were lucky, you could get a good 2 or 3 flips on it during the ride. This ride was made by Chance Rides and was first introduced to the amusement park market in 1996, but this model was discontinued in 2007. In this model, they had made over 50 different models of it, but currently, as the time I filmed this video, there's only a couple left in operation around the whole entire world. At Calaway Park, though, the Chaos ride first opened in around the early 2000s, but then sometime in the early 2020s, this ride started being closed a lot due to maintenance issues, and they finally shut it down at the end of 2022. Now, it was never confirmed by the park that it closed due to maintenance issues, but we can definitely assume that that was the reason why it closed, because tons of other Chaos all over were dealing with maintenance issues so much, and that's why they're barely around today. So with this park being removed from the ride, it gave them a pretty good space to add in a new attraction. And this new attraction actually looks pretty sick compared to lots of the more recent rides they've added, where it's basically this massive pool of water and there's all these boats that spin around and it just looks so awesome. Unfortunately, I haven't had the chance to try this new ride yet, as when I went it wasn't open yet, but from the looks of it, it's pretty cool and is definitely an all-right replacement for Chaos. And with all that said, that is it for today's video, everyone. Hopefully you did enjoy checking out these 2 old attractions from Calaway Park. If enough of you enjoy this video, I'll make a part 2 showing even more Calaway Park rides that have been closed over the years. And I'll also have some other videos like this coming out soon of other amusement parks around North America. Anyways, that's it. I'll see you all next time. Make sure to like and subscribe. Goodbye.